Who farted on the extreme outside? Colorado co-ed, toast a dozen on the inside. Quester's jet. Who farted? Who farted on the outside? It's close. Who farted in the winner's circle?
Welcome to Black Irish Podcast. Hey there, and welcome to an all-new episode of Black Irish Podcast with myself, Brendan McCorkle, and Money Mike Crawford. What's up, baby doll?
What up, bro?
How you doing this week?
I'm good, man. How you?
I'm doing great,
Baby doll this week, though?
What's that?
Baby doll?
Baby doll. I don't know. That just came out. I don't write this shit down. I just see you and say what I feel.
I know. And this week you came with baby doll.
Baby doll. I don't know. You got a baby face. You got all trimmed up and shit. Maybe that's why. You do have a baby face. I will say that's one thing that we were blessed with, even though I'm trying to turn into an old catcher's mitt. We have baby faces. That's nice.
That's good.
Because we're going to get old quick. Real quick. But the opposite of old, what was the first thing you wanted to be when you were young?
I don't know. Probably a basketball player, football player, some athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to be black. That's for real. That is for real. Well, the first two best friends I had were black, and I thought they were the coolest dudes. They were fucking
that would make sense.
Faster than me. They had the better clothes. I'm like, fuck, I want to do that. I didn't realize all the shit that came with it, but yeah, that was the first thing I wanted to be. Then I wanted to be a firefighter, I think. And then that didn't pan out. I did go to firefighter ROTC, though, for like a couple of months. That was interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
It was mainly to get out of school at fifth period, because it was you only had to go like 2 or 3 days a week, but it was like we only had 6 periods in a day, but you got released before fifth period, but you were supposed to stay till like 8th or something like that. So it was like it was only 2 or 3 days a week, but you went for like 4 hours. And then me and one of my buddies are like, hey, that'd be a cool thing to not have to go to school for 3 or 4 days a week, whatever. And then so we signed up, and then after like, I don't know, maybe a month, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this shit anymore. This is stupid. I already have my credits. I'm fucking out. And then he stuck with it and ended up becoming a firefighter, but that was not his first gig. He was actually going to be a professional hockey referee, and that fell through. So his backup plan was firefighter. That is the same class in which I got delivered the greatest pickup line I've ever received. There was a girl sitting in front of me and my boy, and she turns around and she just stares at me and she goes, dang, you're fine. And I just stared right back at her like, okay, until she fucking turned back around.
That is really the greatest pickup line you've ever been hit with?
That was the most fucking direct, in your face I've ever been hit with. That wasn't like drunken sloppily. Like this was the most even keeled, like straight across, here you go. I was like, okay, that's an interesting thing. Like what if I said that to you? That'd be kind of creepy. I don't know.
That would absolutely be creepy.
It's just
Please
weird.
don't say that to me.
Women are gross. Oh.
They are, but they're decent when they're that straightforward. At least you know exactly what they got with it.
I didn't know what I wanted to do when I grew up. I just knew what I didn't want to do. I didn't want, and this is proven true by my 7th grade parent-teacher conference with my GATE science teacher, Miss Birch. Hi, Miss Birch. We had like I was the fuck off in class. I was like,
what's your problem with Miss Birch, man?
Here's the deal. I was such a fuck off in the class, but I always got really good test scores that she was like, listen, I understand that you understand this shit, but I have to teach it to the rest of the class. Can you not fucking distract people all day? Shining books in people's eyes and shit, like just being an asshole. So she was like, listen.
I didn't do that type of shit though.
She was like, listen, you can play on the computer all day, every day, and only take the test as long as you get 90% or better. That's all you have to do. I was like, fucking cool, playing video games all day. So we have a parent-teacher conference. As you do, not like a special one. And, it was like, okay, well, what do you want to do when you become older? What do you want your career to be? And I was like, I don't know. I definitely don't want to be like a garbage collector, you know, like, and my science teacher in the gifted and talented education program told me, you know, garbage men make like 40 grand a year. That's probably going to be a good job for you. I'm like 11. Like, how do you give up on an 11-year-old? And the worst part was, I don't think my mom disagreed. I think she was just like, well, it's an option. Not like she was limiting me, but she's like, yeah, that's decent. I'm like, oh,
I mean, any job is an option.
Come on, guys. Including LADWP. Do you know? So that's Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. Yeah, I'm calling you guys out. So guess what these fools did? They roll up on my house. They show up unannounced to change out my water meter. And I'm like, hang on, excuse me. Am I supposed to be notified? You're changing equipment on my house? Like, so I catch the guy. I'm walking out of the house and he's like, at the front, he's going to turn off my water. I'm like, you didn't even check if I was home. What if I was taking a shower? Like, okay, do you have paperwork? And he's like, no, we don't have any paperwork for these. We just, when they come in, we change them out. And from being in construction, I know that that's actually true, but I don't appreciate that on my home. So I'm like, okay, show me this new valve, this meter. You know, he's like, okay. I was like, is the flow rate the same? Is like, what's going on? Because I know in California, there's a water crisis, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no, actually, the main thing is like, this one's just old and these new ones have digital readers. He's like, this one doesn't have a battery. I'll go get the battery and plug it in. But it's basically so they don't have to walk around and check them. I'm like, oh, thanks for the tip, buddy boy. So guess who's going to unplug that battery and water their lawn old-fashioned style for 2 hours a day whenever I feel like it? Because guess what? I don't advocate for stealing, but if you try and pull some shit on me, I'm coming back tenfold to take what's mine, motherfuckers.
Everybody that listens to us in California is
go disconnect your water meters because they shouldn't be able to just come switch out your shit and not tell you. That's not okay.
They shouldn't be able to come in your house and not tell you because they can get shot.
Well, it's not. It's on the sidewalk. That's why it's sneaky. Is because it's on the sidewalk. They just come in, swap it out. It's 10 minutes, and then they're gone. And I was like, oh, this dude's home. You got to tell me what you're doing.
I mean, they're on the sidewalk. They really don't have to tell you what they're doing, Brendan.
If they're changing out equipment that's going to affect what I pay for service, you're damn straight they need to tell me what's going on.
It's not affecting what you pay for service.
It absolutely is. Because the flow rate is different. I checked. It's a lower flow rate. But that does not necessarily mean that our bill's going to be different.
So that means they affect you in a good way.
No. They're changing the water pressure. They're not changing the gallons per minute necessarily. It's just the actual pressure. Because basically what that does is the water meter outside allows the pipes in your house to be full at all times. So it doesn't matter. It's the flow restriction. So when you're using the shower, using the water, your water pressure goes down. Although it's going to fill up all the water you use anyway. It's just you're going to have lower pressure while you're using it. Probably take longer showers and use more water. So, fuck you guys. Anyway. Speaking of other people that I don't like today. Old people. Oof.
How can you not like old people? Those are the one people that I always like. I give them a pass on everything. Old people get a pass on everything.
Okay.
Like if I'm driving fast and I get up on you close and I notice you're old, I feel bad about it and I pull back. If I'm about to go past you and I notice you're old, I'm like, oh, you get to drive slow on the road. Old people get away with anything they want. I don't know how you don't love old people.
I do love old people.
What the fuck they want.
I don't like particularly, how should I say this delicately? Arrogant old people. So let me tell you what happened today. Coming back from kitty drop off, and I'm driving, and there's a green light that just is like hasn't turned yellow yet, but the hand signal has gone down to like 1. So this old dude with his dog and his walking stick knows that the light's about to change. Problem is, I'm only 10 feet from the crosswalk. So I know it's about to turn yellow, but I'm going to go. And I'm already going 35 miles an hour. So this dude is halfway across the crosswalk. And I'm like, dude, like, you got to wait. You got to wait. Listen, I would have clipped this old dude, but there's no way I wouldn't have caught the canine in the process. So, you know, I had to do what I had to do, slam on the brakes, kind of change lanes a little. Not slam on the brakes, but hit him significantly, kind of go around him a little bit and just like... if I go on the back side of you and it's still a yellow light, you went too early.
Yeah, you definitely went too. No, you went too early anyway. I don't care because it could be somebody that ain't nice as me that's coming for that light. That's not. It's not their job.
That's trying to make the light. That's 20 feet
that's
behind me.
Like that. That sees it go yellow and
Gun.
floors her. Like you don't put yourself in as the pedestrian. Do I put yourself in that position?
I don't know. What are you going to try and get away with when you're old? Are you going to steal shit? Batteries?
No, I'm not going to steal shit. But I am going to look for like people to be extra nice to me. Like when I walk in the store, like let me cut the line.
Oh my gosh!
Bro.
I just realized you're old person Cork. You are going to be such a pain in the ass at restaurants because you're very particular about your food and your setup, and it's only going to get worse with time.
Yeah, no, that would probably be.
You're going to be like, I need hot water for my silverware, and they're like, we brought you 6 hot waters already. You have dementia. Oh man. Like, wait. You want ribs well done? Come on, man. Come on. We don't do this.
Definitely. They better be well done.
Yeah, I do feel bad for some old people. There's some old guys right now where apparently it's a thing. I caught this because my son was watching wrestling videos. Apparently a bunch of old dudes are being catfished, and there's like a bunch of people out there pretending to be WWE female superstars and like soliciting, hey man, like I'm not on TV anymore, I need you to pay my bill, like to the point where these die-hard wrestling fans who are like 70 years old are selling their homes to transfer hundreds of thousands of dollars to these women.
This is so sad.
It is so sad.
That's
sad.
Not even women. To women that aren't even women. That's so
I feel
sad.
bad about those old people getting taken advantage of.
Yeah, I feel bad when I see old people out that I think are too old to be driving by themselves. Like, where are your family? Where are your grandkids and stuff? Like, you don't have nobody driving you around. Like, that's my thought when I see them. But then I think one day that might be me, and I don't have kids, so I'm probably going to have to drive myself around. So.
That's why I'm so nice we'll have a driver for you by then. Don't you sweat that.
Wish.
Well, the only other bad thing about getting old is constantly like shitting your pants, which I'm apparently already there. So,
bro,
why is it every week one of us is shitting our pants?
I don't know. I have a bad stomach. I can't explain it for you, bro.
I can't either. Well, I actually been eating clean, so I think it's trying to like go through me quicker. I don't know.
Oh, well,
but I texted you when I was at the mall the other day. I was at the mall on Friday. I was like,
but you're at the mall. You shouldn't shit your pants at the mall. Like
I didn't shit my pants. I didn't shit my pants.
I know you're not gonna shit your pants with.
Okay, I kind of had a similar doo-doo butter situation that you had, where it was like I was walking through the mall. I had to get this gift. Like it was a complimentary gift to something we were giving a very dear friend of ours. So, like I went to go to this very specific store. 15 feet from the store, got my AirPods in, like rocking and rolling. Then I was like, took a step, and I didn't even think I had to fart. It just kind of some little slishy came out, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, we didn't talk about this, body. There was no warning signs, no alarms, or nothing. So now I'm like, I got squishy cheeks, but I'm okay. It wasn't like a fart and something came out. It was like a little slippage, but it was definitely moist. I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is. And it got a little, then I'm in the store buying the item. I'm like, God, I hope I don't smell, which I know I already do smell. And I'm like, okay, just try and like pick what you're getting, get in, get out. But here's the problem. So then by the time I'm out of the store, it's like kind of a little bit dry. I'm like, all right, my cheeks are just a little stuck together. You know, it's kind of like, it's got a little glue action in there, a little melted down horses. No big deal. And I was like, okay. And I was like, damn, but I had to make another stop. And it was right around the corner from the mall. So I'm like, do I drive home for 15 minutes and then drive back? Because I was already at the exit of the mall. So I'm like, I'm not going to truck it all the way back to the restroom. I'm just going to go hit my car right here. So then I did. I went and I made the second stop. The problem I think that I have is my second stop was to get ice cream.
You just playing with fire. You just
It was Friday. 2 days later, I was going to be on a very strict diet. And I'm like, I don't want to take a half-hour trip for ice cream. That's ridiculous. Just walk in with your shit cheeks and you'll be all right. Like, you'll be okay.
Except for the fact you still need to go shit.
I didn't, though. That was the point. It was just a little bit of slippage. You know, just a little anal leakage, as they say in the business.
If I'm in that type of situation, I'm good because I keep wet wipes in the whip. So I'd have just took some wet wipes to the bathroom, cleaned me up, and been on my way. Man, you gotta start living life prepared, bro.
You know what's sad is I think I do have wet wipes in the car and didn't even think about it. I was so focused on the ice cream debacle that was happening in front of me. It was just unfolding, and I couldn't. With
the stomach, I keep a full bathroom kit in the car at all times. So I got alcohol, I got wet wipes, and I got a roll of dry. You know, because I do the dry after the wet wipes.
What are you gonna put alcohol on? What are you skeeving your dick on stuff?
Any toilet seat that I might have to sit on, bro.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. I have never even thought of that. Wait, you laughing at me like everybody knows this. Does everybody know this?
No. The fact that you said, oh, that's brilliant. Like, it ain't brilliant. It's just me. I put alcohol in every toilet seat I sit on.
Do you know how many dirty seats my 3-year-old and I have been on in the last year? Like at least 25. Different stadiums, the Little League, countless times.
Bro, they got alcohol wipes. We're going to get you some alcohol wipes to keep in the whip, bro, so you can take out, because you can't have my homies, you can't have me making comment out here sitting on dirty seats.
No, what I started doing
at the very least, you could hit them with some alcohol, you know. So.
Yeah. No, I definitely do like the thorough wipe down, like as much as I can, and then double, triple the little cowboy hat gaskets on there. Yeah. And then if he has to pee, because he's not tall enough for the urinal, and I got to like hold him at an angle, and it's just he's getting
peeing. I don't care. You can piss like a wild cowboy.
But he can't get he's not tall enough to get it up there. So I just have him stand. Yeah, I have him stand on the front of the bowl and just pee straight down into it. It works.
There you go. Bro.
You got small children. That's one hell of a parent hack.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm with you on that, bro.
Guess what you're also with me on? 30 Days of Pain. Mike's doing 30 Days of Pain.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it's getting a little painful for me, bro.
Okay.
You know, I don't want too much pain. Yeah, man. So today I think I'm all I did was run. I think I'm gonna leave it at that.
Running? That's great.
Yeah, I got treadmills at the job, so.
Wonderful.
Yeah, actually, we got Peloton at the job, bro.
Peloton's no joke from what I understand. I got a couple of friends that are like, yeah. You get what you pay for.
I haven't done it yet, but we have it.
That's nice.
I haven't done it yet. I'm just like Stairmaster.
Well, dude, if you're like, for somebody that doesn't usually work out like this or exercise like this, like tomorrow on your 5th day or whatever, stretch. Stretch while you're watching TV.
Every time I go.
But I'm saying, like, if you do it, like, you know, intense stretching, and it's like you deliberately do it for 20, 25 minutes while you're watching a show, have that be your, you know, count as your kind of rest day while you're still doing something.
A break for like a day, because I did push-ups every day, like first, second, and third. So today the 4th, I'm just going to try to like...
I can see you're looking swole.
Leave it at legs. No, it's not. You say that every time I wear a little shirt, bro.
Buff guy in a little shirt. I'm probably going to sing that every time. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, dude, that's fantastic. I got to tell you something. Again, I'm sorry, it's gross again. We're almost done with the grossness. But 30 Days of Pain, I'm working out twice a day. I'm trying to do intense stuff. But remember my deodorant problem? Where it was like I kept having to upgrade to like clinical protection. I'm like, geez. So it turns out, I did a little research, and the problem that I think that I was having was my pores were getting clogged because each grade of deodorant I was using to go up and up and up had more and more aluminum in it. And aluminum clogs your pores. And since I've been using heavy-duty deodorant for my entire life since I've been in construction, like, it's just, my pores have been so clogged, most likely, from what I've read, that it's like, it's just escaping my body now around the region of there. So I'm trying to not wear deodorant as much as I can if I'm not going to be around people to kind of let it air out, and then using non-aluminum charcoal fucking hippy dippy shit. I only picked charcoal because of you, but
charcoal. I love charcoal. Anything
not because
charcoal.
you're black. Gosh.
No, I use charcoal toothpaste, charcoal
Floss pickers. What else?
Yeah.
What else? You got something
Soap.
else that you use? Oh, soap. That's right. I don't get the charcoal soap. I don't get it.
I mean, it's charcoal mixed with some other stuff, but it's like charcoal color and like that's the name of it, charcoal. But soap. So it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing.
That is
I
nice.
use Dove too, though. I gotta have the moisture from Dove. That'll put me onto that.
Yeah, we know
Keeps your
about
skin-
that.
Keeps your skin nice and girly, man.
I used to use cucumber melon lotion. That was my thing. Because the girls loved it. They're like, ooh, what's that? I'm like, close enough for
Not
you to
just the
smell me.
girls,
That's
love
all I care.
cucumber melon, bro.
If you got to get close enough to
not
smell
gonna
me,
lie.
that is my range to make a move.
Cucumber melon, I love that, bro. No.
No joke. That was the move back in the day. Early 20s, I think. I don't know. Well, I had a thought, too, since I'm so smelly. And I've been also seeing a lot of dirty kids lately just because sports are running rampant and all that kind of stuff. If you're a parent, I wish there was some technology to where you smelled as bad as your dirtiest kid. That way you could keep up their hygiene better. Because there's some kids out there that I'm like, when was the last time? You've had that stain on your face for 2 days, man. What's going on here? Do we need to hose you down the backyard? What's up?
Don't do that.
All right,
Don't ever
fine,
be
fine.
mean to kids. Kids
Not
are
be mean to
awful.
kids, be mean to their parents. If you stink
I guess you-
like your smelliest kid, you're going to wash your kid. That's all I'm saying. And by the way, I would have been one of those culprits of the smelly kids up until recently. So I'm not blaming anybody. I am
I
one.
might have been too on the wrong day.
Well, even it was just like with our first, like we just didn't know any better. You know, it's like, I don't know, wash him when he smells. Like every
I knew
couple
better.
of
I
days.
just
I don't
didn't
know.
want to. I didn't want to miss out on anything as a kid. Like, bro, we playing video games. We doing something. I ain't trying to take a shower. Forget that. Bump that, bro.
Yeah, until showers are the best place to be.
Yeah.
All right,
There you
moving
go.
on to more important matters. NBA playoffs are underway. We have the Bucks and Celtics, Warriors and Grizzlies both tied at 1-1. That was, honestly, I think both of them are going to go pretty much the same way. I think they're going to be both 1-6 games, Bucks and Warriors.
I don't agree on the Warriors. I like the Grizz, but 6 games is about it. The Grizz can't win in 7, so they have to win in 6.
Got you. But you think Ja's got it, huh? You think he's going to...
I just think they're gonna out physical them. I think over time the physical nature of the series is gonna weigh them down. Steph and Clay aren't like they're light skinned, man. Sorry to say, but physicality is not their thing. And Brooks and them boys is on you, man. Like they putting bodies on you, they touching you.
They're
like,
checking
it's
them every
physical.
chance they get. It's like that's
Every
part of
chance
the
they
game
get.
plan. It's like as you run by them, give them a nudge. Doesn't have to be anything big. Just let them know you're there.
And
you know.
Poole's gonna have an off game. He does it every series. There's gonna be one, and
Yeah, there'll be
win that
one where he
game.
goes like 7 for 25, and you're like, ooh.
And Brooks is going to have a big game in the next game because he's going to come back from the suspension, I think. Yeah, I like the Grizz. I'm not going to say they're automatic, a lock to win, but I have the Grizz in 6. If it goes 7, I think the Warriors will win game 7.
Okay, and then you
Even
have the
though it's
Bucks
in
in
Memphis.
6 or 5 because you were pretty high on the Bucks.
I thought they had them at 5, but I also thought they win 2 in Boston. But yeah, I still think the Bucks will win in 6. I think Bucks are going to win the championship.
Yeah, you had mentioned that. So you're still on that? You like the way they're looking?
I got the way Giannis is looking. I don't care about nobody else. He's just that
pretty
good.
much. Yeah, he's just the one-man wrecking crew. All right, and then we have 76ers Heat tonight, and also your boy Luka versus Devin.
Luka's got to win. This is a big game for Luka.
It's huge.
Forget the 76ers Heat. We know who's going to win that, especially with Embiid out. It'll be 2-0, most likely, going back to Philly. Hopefully, Embiid can play game 3 and make it a series. But if Embiid can't play 3, and if he's not healthy playing 3, they're in trouble. But this Dallas Sun series goes down tonight.
Yeah.
Even
if it gets tied,
y'all
you
won't
think it
see
goes
this
to
till
7?
tomorrow. No, Dallas has to win in 6-2. They can't. I don't think they can
Same
win.
deal.
Yeah, I don't think they can win in 7. I don't think you can win.
I agree
in
with you
Phoenix.
on that one. I think Phoenix just has the
Chris
experience
Paul
with those
is
kids.
with those guys made the finals last year. Chris Paul, I don't think they let him win in 7, but in 6. But Luka's got a pass more, man. I've been watching him a lot closely lately. He's got to give it up earlier, man.
He has to. It is the Mavericks' downfall, but it's also the thing that got him there. So it's really, really tough.
It's the same offense they've been running all year, but the playoffs are a little different.
It's different. You have to adjust.
They have a willingness, and they have a willingness to let people shoot compared to stay tight, not let you pass it around in the regular season. Make you a score in the regular season, but in the playoffs, it's like, nah, we're not going to let you score 50 because you can actually score 50.
Yeah.
We're going to make one of these dudes score 50.
Well,
and if they can score 50, by all means, let them score 50.
Well, the other part about that, if Luka starts dishing a little bit more, then Brunson doesn't have to be on the half B squad. They can run together and fucking tear shit up. Did you like how he shouted out your boy? He's about to get paid. Did you catch that? After I think it was after last series I think it was last series. Luka came out after the game and he's like, "Yeah, Brunson, he's gonna get paid. He's about to get paid." I was like, "Yeah, good. Shout out your boy. Hopefully keep him next to you. Otherwise, you're screwed." But I was talking to somebody who's pretty into it, and they think he's going to the Knicks.
Yeah, he probably is. That's where he's from. Yeah, he went to Villanova. He's from that New York area. He's probably going to go to the Knicks. But Donovan wants to go to the Knicks, too. You're not starting Jalen and Donovan in your backcourt.
Correct.
You just can't do it, not in the NBA. Not with a plan to win anything big.
Yeah, do you want to sell tickets or do you want to win titles?
Yeah.
And New York has always had that dilemma.
Stoudemire,
Melo.
A sub 6 foot backcourt. And they also have RJ, which means, are you giving up on RJ? Because he's the shooting guard right now. So Brunson is most likely, unless you're going to play Donovan at the point, kind of like Utah does. But clearly Utah hasn't gone far, so that might not work.
That only is because of their staff, because their squad. Yeah. Why he has to do that. If he had somebody that could do that, he'd be a way better number 2 than a 1.
He would, and that's what they brought Mike Conley in for, but he's always got the ball, man. He doesn't let Mike Conley be the point guard.
This sounds like fucking James Harden.
I don't know if it's his fault or the coach's fault, but
All right, so you got the Bucks winning it all, Grizzlies in 6, Heat in 5 or 6.
5.
And the Dallas-Phoenix series is just one to watch. We'll see what happens.
That's one to watch. That's the series to watch. Right?
All right. Just a quick touch on Major League Baseball because he's one of my all-time favorites. Dusty Baker got his 2000th win as a manager. First black manager to reach 2,000 wins. 12th all-time.
Salute to you, Dan. Salute to you, Dusty. I was about to call you Danny. Sorry about that, Dusty. Salute to you, my guy.
I love Dusty Baker.
I'm not gonna lie.
He's one of my favorites of all time.
You made the World Series a couple years ago. I was surprised. I had given up on you, Dusty.
No, he's the man. The people that he played baseball with, the baseball IQ that man has is he played side by side with the best of the best.
No, I just thought he wasn't gonna make it no more because I think he's too laid back. But I guess you get the right team with people who want to win for you, and you ain't gotta say much.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I thought he was just too laid back for this generation because these little young boys, man, they'll run over you if you too laid back, They get millions and millions of dollars.
It's one of those things where, the Astros, after that whole fucking debacle and, some guys left just to get out of the limelight and all that kind of stuff, or just to sign new contracts, or they didn't give a shit, whatever. They've got some... it's kind of just like a new regime. Hey, we're kind of under everybody's watch. Let's get a big dog that has a lot of respect and fucking do what he says. Otherwise, you guys are going to continue to get trashed. So it's probably one of those things just listen to the man that knows what's up, how to carry yourself, and go fucking play ball. You guys know how to play ball. I don't need to tell you how to do that. I'll tell you how to act and when to change shit up. That's what I'll do. He's the man. I fucking love Dusty Baker. Now on to more aggressive things. UFC 274 is coming up, and I am actually going to watch this one. I am, probably on Sunday, but I'm still going to watch it. Because I'm definitely going to be betting on it. So we have...
I only know the people from 2 fights on here, to be perfectly honest. So.
All right, so the first... Basically, for the pay-per-view, we have Donald Cerrone, which is minus 175 versus Joe Lozon. And
he'll probably win, so put your money on Cerrone.
No, Cerrone's got a biscuit chin these days. He's still tough as nails, but if he gets, Lozon is more of a wrestler, a grappler.
It's not going to exactly. He's not going to hit him on that biscuit chin.
Cerrone's also old. He's fucking, I don't know. I don't care for his political views, so I hope he fucking loses. And then we have one of the legends, Mauricio Shogun Hua, is going up against Oven St. Pro, and
he's gonna get knocked out.
Probably. It's gonna be a fucking slugfest. I'll tell you that. It's gonna be a hell of a thing to watch. These two beasts, and Shogun is just too old to dick around, so he's just going out there for his paycheck. He's like, it's just like 2 rounds or less, man. I'm tired. He's going out there for broke.
That's why he's going to get knocked out.
Or he's going to knock him out. Never count out Shogun. Never count out those guys.
But you want to know the moneymaker for the week? This is your moneymaker. I called the last one. I'm going to call this one.
Okay.
Tony Ferguson over Michael Chandler, man, for the money.
So Tony Ferguson is plus 310, so it's basically 3-1 odds, and Michael Chandler is minus 400, so you got to give up 4-1 to win 1. Michael Chandler, I've been on him for a while. He lost his last fight or the one before, I think. And Tony Ferguson's been on a steady decline for a while. Justin Gaethje just fucking rocked his ass not too long ago, which I'll get to that in a second. I think Michael Chandler's gonna do his thing, and Tony Ferguson's probably gonna get a stoppage, TKO, because he's gonna be bleeding too much. Tony Ferguson will be bleeding from the face profusely within the first 2 minutes of the fight, only because he's so cut up like Nate Diaz. Like it's just you touch him and it pours blood.
He'll be winning the fight, and you'll be like, and he's gonna win the fight. You'll be like, Mike told me to put my damn money on Fergie.
Maybe I'm not touching that fight. I'm just gonna watch it because it's. I learned my lesson with Aljamain. He taught me a lesson.
Told you about Aljamain. Who told you about Aljamain?
But here's the thing. I knew about him. I watched him come up, and I'm like, there's no way he can handle Peter Yan. But Peter Yan just didn't finish him.
He didn't want that smoke.
I guess not. Then we have the championship match for, I forget what weight class it is, flyweight, I think, for the women. Rose Namajunas is minus 220 versus Carla Esparza. Again, it's just unfortunate that there's not a whole lot of new blood. Like, I've seen Carla Esparza fight for the title 5 different times over the last 8 years. You know what I mean?
Did she get her ass kicked every time?
No,
it's just... She don't got no title.
It's just always like 5-round decision. It's like...
Well, that's why she keeps getting booked, bro. Because she makes exciting fights. And
no, they're not exciting. She can get through a fight with a champ, which is great, but I don't know. If she's ever going to win one, this is the one. If she doesn't beat Rose, because Rose has had victories where she was losing the fight, but she has come out on top with a stoppage.
Well, if you say that's the case, I'm putting my money on Esparza because she's winning the championship this Sunday.
Okay, all right, we can get on the same page. I'll put some cheddar down on Carla.
Let's go, Carla.
Hey, that'll turn me from a Carla kind of hater, not really a hater, but just kind of a meh, to a Carla lover. So let's see if we can get there.
My guy Brendo said if it wasn't any time you were going to win, it was going to be now, then guess what? We're going to win, and Mike's going to win with you.
I think she knows it too. And then the main event, which is going to be rad, is Charles Oliveira versus Justin Gaethje. Now, Charles Oliveira is a bad motherfucker, and he's minus 170. Justin Gaethje didn't really come out of nowhere, but kind of did. He won the title, lost the title. He came and beat Max Holloway. I forget who he beat for the title, but it was when they were in Dubai, I believe, on Fight Island. And he just started wrecking shop, and I was like, oh shit, okay, Justin Gaethje. So he's at plus 145. This is probably going to be the most evenly matched bout except for maybe the Shogun fight, but this one's going to be way more exciting. Now, here's the catch, Mike. UFC has NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm on that shit. Yeah. So, they had the pack drop the other day. I got a Justin Gaethje. I got a limited edition. There's only 99 of them. Okay? As of right now, I could probably off it for $900. Easy. If he loses this fight, it might go down.
How much the pack cost?
$20.
That shit would have been sold.
Mind you, I've been doing this for a while with NBA Top Shot, NFL All Day, UFC Strike. So I've got a lot of negatives. I'm still in the red. You know what I mean? But not very much. I mean, this would definitely put me over the top, and then I'd still have a ton of collection that I can work with. But here's the thing. Do I put it at a price point to sell it before the fight and get my guaranteed? Or do I hold out, and if he wins, it's going to go up? That's the wager I would be making on this.
Is it really going to go up? He's got the belt.
No, he doesn't. Oliveira has the belt.
Oh, I thought Gaethje got the belt in his last fight that he won.
No.
Oh, then it might go up, but I think he's going to get his ass kicked. So then there's that.
There is that. But what if he doesn't? That could be like a few $100 swing.
It could be.
I mean, it could literally be an $800 swing.
Drop if he loses. If you can,
I don't know. I don't know.
That's the whole thing. If you can still clear half, I probably would take the risk. But if it's going to go less than half,
no, I could still probably clear $5. Let's say on the low end, I could still probably clear $500 to $600, and on the high end, if he wins, I could probably clear $1,400.
I'd take the risk then, because $500 off $20 is still a win.
Yeah, but almost double that is twice as good.
It's a hell of a win. Yeah.
But three times as much is even better, because then my balls will be tingling while I'm watching the fight. You know what happens when I get excited, Mike?
Exactly, but gamblers, as a gambler, which I am, I can't speak for yourself, even though I consider you to be a gambler.
Semi.
I tried to cut you some slack, but yeah. So
I lost $2,000 playing quarters once. You don't think I'm a gambler? I didn't actually have to pay it. It was with a buddy, but I did have to buy him a really, really nice dinner. Quarters, Mike. I lost $2,000 playing quarters.
Yo, you were flipping a whole lot of quarters, bro.
No, it was the one where you toss it up against the curb.
Oh, I never played that. But
you never played that?
A whole lot of quarters.
Okay, so this is the thing. When we were kids, we would take whatever money we had, whatever change we had, and we would play quarters. And it was, you would pick a line in the street, usually about halfway or wherever there was a crack or something. And you just, however many people wanted to go up against each other, you go and see who could get it closest to the curb. If you got a leaner, that was like almost unbeatable up against the curb. So, and then whoever won scoops up the quarters and you go again. It was just a different, it's craps for kids.
Bro.
But then I was playing that, my buddy and I, who I worked for at the time, doing appliances, we go on a call and they're like, we're going to be a half hour late. And we're like, oh. We're in Palm Springs. It's not like we can go to another call. Like, we have to just sit here. So it was like, what do you want to do? And this dude's also a gambler. So it was like, okay, let's play quarters. Just started going and going and going. And I was like, double or nothing. I started double or nothing at like $10. It was the worst run I've ever had. But I don't know. So, I don't know. I think maybe what I'll do is I'll set it at a price that's a little bit high, and then when it comes down to Saturday morning, I'll make a decision.
There you go.
Because they seem to be flying off. Like, if they're decently priced, it seems like they're getting swooped up pretty quick. So
what if you price at 11 and if someone wants to buy it at 11?
Then it would be gone at 11, and I'm cool. But that's what I'm saying. If I just set it a little bit higher than I'm like comfortable with right now, if it happens to go, it goes, and cool.
Yeah, that's
but
what I'm
then
saying.
I don't have to make the decision. But if I have to make the decision, I'll probably do it Saturday morning.
There you go.
So I'll let you know. The other thing I'm going to be grinding on Saturday is that good old Kentucky Derby, baby. It's back.
I will be betting on that.
You will? Do you have any picks or you haven't looked yet?
No, I haven't done my research yet. So.
All right. Well, I'll tell you my picks based off of nothing, except for Messier is the 6th horse going into it. I believe.
I like that name.
8-1.
Like Mark Messier.
I used to hate Mark Messier, believe it or not. I did. I'm a Kings fan. I was a Gretzky guy, and then he went there. I'm like, you fucking dirty bastard. Not Gretzky. I still just didn't like Messier. He's one of those guys where I don't know why, but I root against him never winning, even though he was like one of the best for a long time.
For a long time.
I was a Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr guy. That was my, besides the Kings, like those were the only outside that I liked growing up. And Jagr's still playing.
He is, which is fucking
like 48
insane.
Or something. I don't know. So I like Messier for the win because in the Kentucky Derby, I also like the jockeys, and Velasquez is riding Messier. So I think.
Yeah, but he's the cheater, right? He rode the cheating horse last year.
Yeah. He wins.
Okay.
He wins.
He does win.
But I've also
all-time winner. But his credence is starting to come up in question because he's been.
If he's riding, I'm betting. If he's riding, I'm betting. You hear me?
You said if he's riding, you're betting.
Yeah, because he's always going to be riding one of the top 4 or 5 horses.
He's always going to be riding one of the best.
And so so Messier, I believe, is the 3rd or 4th favorite. I think that he's that 8-1 or 10-1.
Messi is the 2nd favorite.
Then that's moved up. That's changed because
8-1.
Okay, 8-1. So they're not the favorite because.
No, he's the 2nd favorite, I said.
Yeah, that's not true, though. The favorite. Because Zandune, or whatever that horse is 3-1. Epicenter is 7-2. Messier was 8-1. And Mo Donegal was like 10-1. So I have Messier, Epicenter, Mo Donegal.
I didn't see Zandon. He is He's
the odds-on favorite.
Field. Okay, so Messier is 3rd.
Yeah, so I have, in my trifecta, which I'm going to box. I always box, but... which means that it goes every which way, but it's on a $1 ticket. It's like a $24 ticket. A $1 bet's a $24.
I'm going White Alberio for the win, and they're going Triple Crown this year, baby. White Alberio.
Why does everything have to be a grand slam? Sometimes base hits wins games.
I'm gonna take her for the one, and then I'm gonna make another bet for the grand slam because White Alberio is going trifecta this year. I just told you. So everybody who listens to this, hear me what I said. Okay.
Okay. Repeat the horse's name.
White Alberio.
White Alberio. All right, that's Mike's. So I will say this, just my personal horse racing betting tip. If you are gonna pick a horse to win, bet them to win, place, and show, because if they get 2nd place, you still make money. If they get 3rd place, you usually get your money back. If they win, you get paid on win, place, and show. You get paid on everything below it that hits as well. So if you pick the winner, just try and cover your ass. It's hedging your bets and trying to parlay it at the same time. So that's and if you're going to do an exacta, if you're going to pick like the first 2, the first 3, the first 4, which is a superfecta, my recommendation, if you have the funds, is to box them. That way it doesn't matter what order they finish in, as long as they're the top 3 or whatever, you win. And if you got some extra dough on the side and want to give yourself a better chance of winning, add an extra horse. If it's an exacta with 2 horses, pick 3. If it's a trifecta with 3, pick 4. So I'm probably going to add in another long shot to my trifecta, just in case, like a 20-1 or 30-1 maybe. But yeah, so that is 6-3-1 is my trifecta for this Kentucky Derby. That's what I'm going to be watching sports-wise. Have you been watching anything that is on regularly scheduled television?
No, I actually been extra into work trying to learn everything I need to learn and get some shit so that in the time I find, and then my second working, so by the time I come home, it's sleep time, buddy.
Got you. Well, I'll tell you what I've been up to. I finished Slow Horses.
But I did see the Dave Chappelle shit.
Okay, so Dave Chappelle yesterday when we're recording this, was doing his Netflix as a joke at the Hollywood Bowl special. We had friends that went on Friday night and said it was amazing. And then so last night, he's at the Hollywood Bowl. Everybody knows this by now, I'm sure. He gets tackled by somebody in the audience. So some of what people know, let me just fill it in for anybody that doesn't know, because obviously I'm very intrigued by this kind of shit for multiple reasons. So it's unclear why the guy attacked him, but allegedly had a gun and a knife, but went up and basically tried to tackle him. And at the last second, Dave kind of was like, oh shit, this guy's really coming for me. Like gets out, like kind of half gets out of the way. And then he gets chased around to the backstage. Now what happens from the side, I don't know if you've seen this. This motherfucker got the shit kicked out of him by security, by his friends, by everybody. This dude was getting like, if he moved, he got stomped. It was like
he got the dog shit. I seen post pictures with him locked up in the ambulance, bro. Like he got beat pretty bad. His arm is fucked.
Oh, somebody broke his fucking arm. They bent his arm back, broke. His fucking right side of his face is all swollen and beat up. Like they fucked him up. It might be the only time that a black person has planted a gun on somebody else. Like you're going to jail, bro. We're whooping your ass and you're going to jail.
Yeah, because they said he had a gun, and I'm like, bro, if he had a gun, why the fuck didn't he shoot it?
That's what I'm saying. There's that part's a little fishy to me, but I'm like, fuck it, that guy deserved it. I don't give a shit. You cannot fucking attack people for saying stuff. What you can do is not support them. Now I get if they're like preaching like, hey, go out there and hurt people. That's not what he's doing. He's just saying he doesn't agree with a certain way people talk about shit. That's way different. Whether you agree or disagree.
His opinion. Yeah, he's allowed to have his opinion, man. We live in America.
That shit is so funny, though. I was like, oh, you got the brake speed off you, bro. Good for you.
Yeah. He's going to be a martyr for his people, though.
Yeah, whatever. Go big or go home. You're going to jail.
That's the fuck.
How is it to get your ass whooped and go to jail? And guess what? He's probably going to get his ass whooped in jail for trying to fuck up Dave Chappelle. Like, this dude has repercussions for life. Sorry, Charlie.
They're not going to put him on general population.
I should hope not, for his sake. I mean, I hope it was just a stupid thing, like, whatever. He learned his lesson, but I hope everybody else learned their lesson too. Don't fucking fuck with people for words. And the best part about this, I don't know if you heard this, Chris Rock was at the show, and then after Dave Chappelle came out to like address the crowd, like, hey, it's all good, blah, 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 whatever. And Chris Rock grabs the mic and goes, was that Will Smith?
I saw the clip.
And that's how you get assholes back when you're a comic. Because here's the thing. Will Smith slapped him once. Chris Rock has got his name for the rest of his life. Sorry, dude. You're going to lose that battle if Chris wants.
There you go. Chris owns you now.
If he wants. Maybe it's just like, all right, that's done. Hopefully it's one of those things that like, I don't want to feed this anymore and it just fucking goes away, because that was kind of a whack thing in the first place, I don't know. It was just unsettling to a lot of people, because a lot of people felt like they had to pick sides between them, and it's like, you don't. That's between them. I don't give a fuck.
Family, I don't give a shit.
Exactly. What, are they still showing reruns of Fresh Prince on TBS? Fuck it. Cool.
There you go.
Bigger and Blacker still on HBO? Awesome. I don't give a fuck.
Sign me up, baby.
Oh, but I did finish Slow Horses, which was on Apple TV. Here's the thing. I got all pumped up about it. It was only 6 episodes, so I was only 1 episode short. And then I finished it, and I was like, oh, shit, I'm done. But it was really good. It was really good. And considering it was 6 episodes and they're all out now, I highly recommend it. If you're into that spy, espionage type of shit. It was good. It wrapped up really well. I was happy with it. They set up the 2nd season, and the fact that it was only 6 episodes was a good test run. Like, I highly recommend it if you're into that kind of stuff. If you're not, fucking stay away, because that's all it is. I did watch the Chris Stefano stand-up, which was really good. And here's the thing I love about it the most. This dude recorded it himself. No, he shopped it to all the major distributors, all the streaming services, everything.
So where'd you watch it at then?
Netflix. But here's what happened.
Okay.
He recorded all this stuff himself. He paid all the everything to get it done, because nobody was going to buy it. He's like, fuck it. I'll put it out on YouTube. I don't give a shit. Like, I want to record a special and put it out. So then he records it, and once it's all done, his agent started shopping and was like, hey, don't put it on YouTube yet. Wait. We might be able to work something out. And then so Netflix eventually came around and ended up buying it, which is awesome. Somebody that was just like, if you're not going to help me, I'm going to do it myself. And then did a good enough job to where he still got paid for it. So
there you go.
That's
buddy.
what I'm fucking talking about.
That's the American way.
That is right. That's what we're doing right here, Mike. You and me. All day.
All day, baby.
I did also start watching. I got through. I love surfing, even though I can't do it, and I'm a terrible swimmer.
I'll never surf. Like my first when I moved out there, like the first week when I saw those fucking sharks. Yep, buddy. Man.
Yeah, you're not an ocean guy.
Nope.
But they do have
but everybody has pools, so
yeah. There you go. They have artificial wave makers. You can be all right. Go splash around in the waves.
There you go, buddy.
They have a show on Apple TV again, which Apple TV's coming up, called Make or Break. And basically, it's a reality competition show about surfing. So, if you're into surfing and reality shows, it's a good combo.
They're all fools. But it's probably interesting to watch because when you get an episode with sharks in it, it's interesting.
There is a shark attack.
Oh, I'm sure.
There is. So, the other thing...
You can only surf in waters with sharks in them most of the time. Like, there's no...
Well, yeah, the places that they're going are so extremely
in.
Exotic. It's not like there's a lot of boats and shit going there, you know?
But that's what I'm saying. The water that gives you natural wave and shit like that are big bodies of ocean. Like, you can't go to a lake and find a place to surf.
Yeah.
Like, the chances of you catching a wave, you know what I mean? Like, you need an ocean, buddy.
Yeah, if you're going to catch those 12, 15, 20-foot monsters, you need to be in between a couple of big reefs and let them go. So anyway, that's good. Did you ever watch Barry with Bill Hader on HBO? The one where he's a trained hitman or a hitman that's trying to get out of the business. It's fucking hilarious. It's awesome. It's extremely well written. Bill Hader's the man. Season 3, I guess, just started on HBO, so I saw that come up.
He's a hitman trying to get out of the business.
Trying to become an actor.
I might give that a look or two just because I want to see how fucking funny it would have to be to try to stop killing people.
It is so funny. It is so funny. That's one that it's just a good one to throw on. I think
so what do you do when someone yells at you when your natural instinct is to kill people?
But here's the thing. That's not his natural instinct. He was just really good at it, trained military forces, whatever. He didn't know what to do when he got out. And then, somebody takes him under his wing and is like, here, you're going to take out bad guys and get paid for it.
You're considered an assassin. That means you kill people for pretty much a living, which means that it becomes a natural thing. I don't care what you're talking about, bro.
And that's the hilariousness of it, is he is trying to break out of it, but he's also so good and it comes so natural to him that it's really hard to step away. And he's got all these ties trying to bring him back in. But in the meantime, he's trying to do like local community theater. It's fucking funny, dude. I highly recommend it. That's one that I watch with my wife, so I'm looking forward to sitting down and watching some of those with her. So
yeah, I might have to give that a spin, bro.
Barry's on the lookout. And there's only been 2 seasons. I think they're 30 or 45 minutes an episode. So you can bang through them or just like one at a time because it is a comedy. So it's not like you get sucked in. Although some of them you're like, I got to see the next one. It's good. But if you do like got to see the next one, at least you're not up until 3 a.m. going, oh shit. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, it's fucking 10:30. Cool. We just watched 4. Nice. Moving on from watching to listening, this week's Spotify playlist is going to be Stevie Wonder and Social Distortion. What do you think, Mike? Should we put your one purchased song on the playlist?
You always better put my one purchased song, the one song I've ever bought in my daggone life. Stevie Wonder, baby.
Oh,
put that on the playlist.
It's a good one. Guess which one it is, or go back to the episode we talked about and figure it out. You get a special surprise if you DM me. Whoever's the first one to DM me, I'll give you a special treat if you fucking figure it out. There you go. So listen to that. Before I forget, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Black Irish Pod, at Black Irish 213, at Brendalis7. But we did promise last week, and this week we're going to get to it. Top 5 rappers or hip hop artists of all time. Because we did currents last week.
Yeah.
So this one, I just put it together at the last second because I'm like, if it's my top 5, I should be able to do it pretty easy. The order is kind of weird though, so I don't know.
It's pretty easy for me.
So
top 5 all time.
Of all, just your favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
remember J. Cole at 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, J. Cole's my guy. Then we're going Biggie.
Okay.
All right, I'm a fan of Big L, who a lot of people might not know, but I'm a Big L fan. I like all these New York rappers.
Yeah.
But number 2 is actually just a homer pick, which is the Clips.
Okay.
I just put them all together. I used to love the Clips. Welcome to, and then number 1 is Jay-Z. Anybody who knows me knows who my favorite rapper of all time is. That will never change. I'm never going to waver. And Tupac is not in there because to me, Tupac just wasn't a rapper, man. Like, he was a great poet. I love his music though, but
yeah. See, he's my number 1. That's my guy. That's my guy.
Yeah. And most people will put him number 1. I just don't be putting him in my rapper list because for real, he was a lot more than a rapper, man. Pac was deep. Pac was way before his time. He was deep. He was talking to people. He wasn't really rapping, man. If you listen to his music, he's talking to his people.
They have a whole fucking museum exhibit, like not an exhibit, a whole fucking museum building warehouse dedicated to his shit, like handwritten, like hundreds of notebooks and shit. And they actually I think it just closed like last week or something, like it's done. So fortunately I was able to go check it all out. But dude, so yeah, my list, Pac's number 1, you know, and these are it's surprisingly, it's not as West Coast heavy as you would think. So
I'm New York heavy, and I'm from Virginia.
Yeah, but you're East Coast. It makes sense. But I'm Los Angeles, Southern California my entire life. Like, it's hard to, I was at the fucking epicenter of all this shit. So, I mean, I would say Dre is probably 5 for me. Just because that's what I grew up listening to. I love it. And I could throw it on at any time and feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, it soothes me.
And I left out Lil Wayne. I feel bad about that. That's tough.
Yeah.
I might have to redo that list at some point. But
well, we can always double back. Favorites of all time are ever changing.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of Lil Wayne off the top of my head. Lil Wayne's my guy. See,
I'm a Lil Wayne fan, but honestly, the catalog is so fucking big. Like, I'm just like, it's overwhelming. I can't dive that far in. So, you know what I mean? It's like if it comes on, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, this is a good one. I always enjoy it for the most part, but I'm not into them. So yeah, I'd say Dre is 5, Big Daddy Kane is 4. Just because you could listen to Big Daddy Kane when you were a kid and nobody said shit. So
nobody's gonna say shit.
Yeah, and that was like the first hip hop artist rapper that like my dad was like, "Oh, this is Big Daddy Kane." I was like, "Huh? You like rap?" He's like, "Fucking Big Daddy Kane." I'm like, "Okay, Big Daddy Kane it is."
Big Daddy
and I was like, "Oh yeah, he's right." And then 3, I'd probably say Snoop. 2, Jay-Z. And then 1 is Pac. I know I'm going to get shit for Biggie not being on there. I love Biggie. But at the time...
His catalog is tiny. It's hard to... But to me,
he's just got banger after banger.
Yeah.
But the thing, too, is I was a West Coast guy. And at the time, it was like... I was in middle school and shit. It's like, oh, fucking West Coast, East Coast, you pick a side. I wasn't smart enough to realize you could have multiple CDs. Like, I don't fucking know.
There you go. Like, I don't have to pick a side. You can pick a side.
Now I know. I don't have to pick Chris Rock or Will Smith. I could just pick Tupac and Biggie. I just don't think I'd ever put them in the same playlist, though. I don't know. It seems disrespectful. I don't know to who. I just, all parties involved. I'll just be Switzerland. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Oh, shit. All right, man. On that note, let's everybody have a good week. Let's keep up 30 Days of Pain. People are joining, and I'm not getting a whole lot of tags or whatever, but I'm getting a lot of DMs and all that kind of stuff. Like, people are on it. If you haven't started, start now. Doesn't matter. Do something extra physical every day that you don't normally do. And like Mike said, he's adjusting according to his his schedule and his plan. He's going as hard as he can, even though it's, not as intense as me, but I'm also a fucking psychopath. So
there you
go. I'm one of the people that wants to see how far the thermometer will go and then bust the top off and go, okay. So that's what I'm doing. If you want to go on my crazy train, then fucking follow me. But otherwise, just do something for yourself. These small little adjustments in life can lead to big changes, and mental and physical health. It's good to be around for a long time. There are people that love everybody out here, even if you're a piece of shit. So I was one for a very long time, and I'm still here and still have love. So fucking let's do this. Yeah?
There you go.
Yeah.
Somebody loves you.
Everybody. All right. I love you the most, dude. I can't wait to talk to you next week. Have a good week. And on that note, we cue the music. Peace.